Hello and welcome to another edition of Ask the Young Cow. I'm Leon Street and he is...
I'm Jack Rogers.
Okay, so every Wednesday we go live giving you the very best in digital and internet marketing strategies, where we look at things like Google AdWords, search engine optimization, WordPress, Magento, many different types of things to do with digital marketing. Could be content marketing. You know, there's lots where we've covered content over the past of Ask the Young Cow. I can tell you how many times. Have we got a video playing in the background? So, yes, we've got our own video looping in the background, which kind of caught us off there.
Just a bit.
Okay, so the key thing here today is we're going to give you some introductive strategies, and then we're going to go into a bit more explanation into Google AdWords and a few tips, I suppose. So what we're going to do, as we do every week, is jump into our presentation just so you guys can see what's going on. So the title of the day is, Jack?
The title is Stuck Thinking of How You Can Advertise with Google AdWords. We have the secrets.
Do we?
Yes, we have all the secrets. Well, not all the secrets, a few secrets, not giving them all away.
Okay, so we're going to move forward. Remember, hashtag ATYC on Twitter if you want to ask us any questions or you want to highlight anything that you'd like us to look at. If you want to leave questions in the comments box, if you're looking on YouTube or watching this video on YouTube rather, please do so. Remember, every Wednesday, 1 p.m. UK time, we're live here from sunny Wolverhampton. Okay, so let's move into the next slide. So what you need to know, first steps, where do you start? So if you're looking or considering using Google AdWords, there are some key areas that you can create your ads from. Most people will be familiar with text ads. You've also got display ads, which are normally images. Display ads we'll touch on a bit more because they can mean other things. There are shopping ads where you get shopping or products shown in search results. There's remarketing, where if you visit a website and then all of a sudden on other websites, that website or the product from a website or a page from that website, whether it's a service or something you're interested in, starts to follow you around the internet. Then you also have the opportunity to create video ads. So there's quite a number of areas that you can get stuck into when it comes to Google AdWords and marketing your business online. Great place for traffic when you do it right. And so, shall we move on, Jack?
Yeah.
Okay, so take over for me on text ads.
Yep. Okay, so what are text ads? So text ads appear at the top and right side of a Google search page. So similar to the image on the right. So this includes a headline, 2 lines of descriptive ad text, and a display URL. And I'll explain them later on. You also have character limits with your ad that are set by Google, and this just makes sure that you use your ad space to its maximum potential. You don't go over, or you don't, well, I suppose it can be used both ways. So you don't go over and you don't use too little. So you have 25 characters for the headline. So you need to make sure you pick a snappy and relevant headline that's going to capture your visitor straight away. You have 35 characters for the display URL. And the display URL gives you the chance to create your own URL for the page it links to. So it doesn't need to be copy and pasted from your page you're directing the ad to. It can be, well, for example, you can see on the image to the right, I think one of them just says Apple iPhone at the end of the URL. That might not be the landing page destination, but it allows it to just be a bit more clear of where you're going to be going.
Yeah.
Also, you have 35 characters for the first and second ad descriptive line. So this is where you sell your product or service. This is where you can describe what it's all about. And below, I've just got 2 things that Google point out to you. So you need to highlight what makes you unique. So, for example, do you give free delivery? If you do free delivery, you need to tell people, because that might be the thing that just captures for that visitor. So you can showcase the products, services that make you competitive. Also, you can include prices or any promotions you've got. So as it says there, people use Google to make a decision about something.
Cool. I think Jack's just covered some great stuff. If you're watching us live on the Hangout, that's great. I've also jumped onto Periscope. If you're watching us live streaming now, we're talking about Google AdWords today, how you can get more traffic to your website so you can start building leads, growing your business online. And we're looking at some key specific areas. Jack's just covered text ads. If you want to watch us live on the Hangout or get us on YouTube, you can do so on youngcow.co.uk/ATYC, which stands for Ask the Young Cow, which is me and Jack. So anyway, today I'm going to flip the camera for everybody on Periscope just so you can see what's going on. So you can see there's our normal slide. This is going out live on Google Hangouts, and it will also be available on YouTube if you're watching there. So please check it out. We're going to keep going forward with the rest of the presentation, which is going to take us into display advertising, YouTube, and a few other tips that can help you to get more leads for your business and your website online. So if you want to watch us live, remember, check us out on youngcow.co.uk/ATYC. It's Leon Street and it's Jack Rogers, and we're just signing out of Periscope. We'll catch you soon. We're going live on Hangout. Bye. Okay, so we're going to move forward for everybody on the Hangout. We're going to look at display advertising. This is another place where you can take advantage of Google AdWords to get your business found, to get your products and services found. And I'll just jump into this bit of descriptive for you, just so you get an idea. So you can create all types of ads, whether it be text, image, interactive, and video ads. So display advertising is more about just going beyond the normal text ads, which Jack was just pointing you to. So in the previous slide, we highlighted in red where you could see the kind of text ads that you'd typically get, where you have a headline, you've got a display URL, and you've got 2 lines of ad text. So with display advertising on AdWords, we're really talking about where you can be a bit more creative in terms of creating graphics, and we've got some examples on this. So you can place those ads on websites that are relevant to what you're selling. So what Google does, it allows other websites, if you think of, like, I don't know, your local news website who may have banner ads on their website, they would sign up for something called Google AdSense, which allows you to place your ad on their website through Google AdWords. And that way, when people are searching for content that is relevant to whatever that website or that page is about on that particular website, your ad will show. Or you might just be targeting a particular website just because it's got the type of audience that you want. So there's a lot of things that you can filter down in terms of the demographics and the interest groups on AdWords. So look into that. You can show these ads to people who are likely to be most interested. As I mentioned, you can manage and track your budget, campaigns, and the results as you go along, just as you would with text ads. And so very flexible, but this way you're targeting more than just people who are interested in reading stuff. You've got people who are visually switched on, who like to skim and probably like a headline and some bullets like we've got in the example there. And so try these out. Display advertising, we mentioned that there is video, but we'll touch on video a bit further in our Hangout today. So where to start? Start by creating ads for your products or services that are focused on your text ads. And so your text ads generally would be focused on your products and services that you're trying to push. And so it's a similar theme that you'd use with your display ads. You can use the same keyword list as well if you want to target keywords. And you can also use interest groups, as we pointed out, people who are interested in different things to do with your products and services. Display advertising, there's not really any boundaries or limits, because you don't have to have graphic design programs in order to create banners. Google has its own banner configurator within AdWords where you can easily create graphics of your own. If you want them a bit more professional, that's when you would use things like Photoshop or employ a graphic or marketing agency to create the banners for you, purely because they'd probably put something together a bit nicer looking and may have a bit more understanding of call to action. I think that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
I think they mentioned about call to action as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we've got 2 screenshots. They actually animate as a display ad. Is it 30 seconds that you have for a display ad?
Yeah, for an image banner. Yeah.
Yeah, an image banner. So that means you can have 2 stages of an animation or 3, but you need to use up that 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's right. So there is a limit when you're using GIFs for image banners on Google AdWords. Okay, so let's jump into our next route that you can go down to get more traffic and how to maximize what you're doing on Google AdWords. Over to you, Jack.
Yep. So another way is shopping ads. So when your possible customers search Google for your product, Google will show the customer a picture of your item, its price, and your shop name. Then customers who click on your ad will then be directed to your website where they can buy your item. And where do these ads appear? Now, similar to the image we've used on text ads, you'll notice that when we search for Apple iPhone, we get shop for Apple iPhone on Google as a sponsored section at the top of the search page. This is Google Shopping. So as I mentioned, it gives you the name of your shop, the price, and the name of the product. And that's one place that the ad can show up. It can also show up on the right side. Don't think we've got an image of that either.
No, we haven't. Yeah, I think it's when you actually click into the shopping results.
Yeah.
So once your shopping results show up, and if you click on where it says shop for Apple iPhone or whatever product you're searching for, your customer's searching for, once they click on that, you tend to get then a kind of category view or a range of products shown on the page, similar to our diagram on this slide here at the bottom in the middle.
Yeah, so that image, like Leon said, shows you once you click into the shopping results, it will show up as a category page similar to an e-commerce website. And also the third image that shows that your shopping results can show up on mobile devices. Yeah, so you've got a wide range of, a wide scope of possible customers by using shopping ads.
I'd say for shopping ads, it's definitely aimed at anybody who has an e-commerce website, whether you're selling online. If you're just a lead generation website, you probably wouldn't be using shopping ads unless you've got some specific service or product that can be purchased and that you can successfully list on Google Shopping. So, you know, it doesn't mean that the doors are closed to you. It just means that you've got to think about whatever your product actually is. Where do we go from here? You need to look at Google Merchant Center when you are creating your shopping or your product feed for your website. That's the place where it vets and checks all of your product data that you're sending to Google before Google AdWords will accept it to be shown on the search results. So check that one out, Google Merchant Center. Okay, is there anything else?
Well, I was just going to mention that a lot of the ad methods we're going through, we've actually done separate videos for.
Yeah.
And past ATYCs. So what we'll do is we'll reference them at the end of the video so you can look at them in more detail. Okay.
Yeah. So just as Jack's saying, make sure you check out the previous videos on our YouTube channel. We're actually building up a nice collection of videos right now. So go check them out. There's information on remarketing. There's information on content marketing. There's more stuff on Google AdWords. The last one last week I did was on trademarks to stop people using your company name. Actually sent out a few emails today with people using our clients' names on their behalf. So, you know, watch it if that's you out there. But anyway, just joking aside, there's a lot of content you can get from us. And that's the whole point of ATYC, Ask the Young Cat. We're here to help you guys grow, to help educate you in the field of marketing online. So let's jump into our next slide. So remarketing. So when it comes to remarketing, as I mentioned earlier, this is all about where you go on a website and all of a sudden this website and its products seem to be following you on Facebook, other websites, eBay, that type of thing. Now, there is a difference between Facebook and other websites. Facebook has its own remarketing and advertising platform, and it's something that we're going to touch on in some Hangouts coming up in the future. What we're talking about today is whenever you go onto a different website other than Facebook and you start to see those ads following you around, this is generally Google remarketing, so AdWords remarketing. So basically, what is it? It's when your possible customers search on Google for a product, Google will show the customer a picture of your item, its price, shop name, customers who click on your ad. So whether it's a product or a service, when somebody clicks on the ad, the customer or potential customer is taken to your website where they can either buy the item or just view more information about the service. Now, the interesting thing is at that point, there's a piece of technology behind the person clicking on that web page that then sits on their computer or on their smartphone or tablet device. Now, that is called a cookie, and it's not a biscuit, it's just a little piece of information that remembers that you were interested in their website. So when you go away from that person's website or the website you wanted to look at products or services of, and let's say you go on to, I don't know, somewhere like eBay, you may see that they have banner ads rolling, and those banner ads are of your particular website. then what will happen is that will follow them on other websites that allow your banners to be shown if that company is working alongside Google AdSense. So effectively, somebody comes to your website, but all of a sudden your products and services are still following them around the internet when they're not on your website. Would that be of use to your business in terms of generating leads? Yes, is the answer. And so it follows people for around about 30 days. I think it can be longer, but I'll go with 30 days as a kind of minimum at the moment. Now, the interesting point is that that means that the customer hasn't come to your website, gone away, and you've lost them. It means they've come to your website and you're still following them. So what you can then do is set up AdWords campaigns, like we've got a print screen here, an image of, showing you a simple remarketing campaign we have for one of our clients. And you can see with this campaign in 7 days, it generated 25,777 impressions and got 25 clicks. So what it meant is that there were people who were seeing the ad pop up on other websites, and our client was still getting them to click and come back again. Now that is really powerful. If you can pull customers back if they haven't bought or inquired the first time around, at least you've got a chance to capture them again, which is all about growing your business with sales and marketing. Anything else we need to add to that, Jack?
Yeah, I think what it also does well for is not just to get clicks, but for brand identity. I think you mentioned before in previous Hangout videos that they subconsciously see your brand.
That's right.
So they might not click on the advert again, but subconsciously your brand is in the back of their mind. So when they come to look for that product again, they might just skip the search process and go straight to you because they remember your brand from that display ad.
That's it. So good point there. So the whole point is that use remarketing to stay in the top of the mind of your customer. You know, it's really just about people seeing you, and when it's the right time for them to buy or make an inquiry, they will. And that's what remarketing helps people to do. Okay, so let's jump forward into our next one then, Jack. I'll hand this over to you.
Yeah, so we've got video ads. So video ads will play before appropriate YouTube videos, and may also be suggested in the sidebar of the search results on YouTube. Also, a good thing with the video adverts is you only pay when someone engages with your ad. If they skip it, so when you get the countdown from 5 to 1, you don't pay a penny. Or if they skip it before the whole 30 seconds, you also don't pay a penny. So that the whole ad is around 30 seconds. So if it's watched for 30 seconds, then that's when you pay for your ad. So
is that called? I think it's called True View, actually. Yeah. So look out for that when you are doing your display ads with YouTube videos. Carry on, Jack.
Yep. So YouTube has a variety of targeting options. So you can target by age, gender, location, interests, and more. So, for example, if you similar to us, an internet marketing company, if you were to look at videos associated with internet marketing and you're an internet marketing company, that's where you'd want to show your ads, because that is your target audience. You don't want your video showing on a video that's not relevant, because people won't watch it, and what's the point in advertising a place that it won't be useful? And we've got some images on the right. So the top image shows you the dashboard on YouTube. So this will be similar to Google Analytics, where you can see how your ad's performing. Also, we've got the second image that shows your ads being played on mobile devices. So obviously, because it's a video, this can be resized onto any device, mobile, tablet. So your ads can be seen everywhere. And the image below shows one of our videos that when you go to watch our video, we actually have an ad running before there, and then that's when you see the little caption, the bottom right, that we've got a red square over. That's the 5-second countdown. So you have to watch the video for 5 seconds and then you can skip it. But on some videos, you don't have that option.
Yeah,
I think that is an option that you can pick yourself.
Yeah, I think it depends on if you've set the setting on your YouTube channel for that particular video to be monetized. And basically monetized means that wherever there's ads played and they hit the 30-second mark and you get into the thousands of views, you can start earning money. And obviously there's a lot of news going around the internet at the moment for gamers who earn millions of pounds and dollars a year from playing games. But what you'll also notice is that all of their videos are monetized in the sense that there are adverts that either play before the video starts, and I'm not sure if they're actually in video ads where you get banner ads showing up across the videos as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, display advertising actually has a number of places it can really push your business. And so do consider it. There is actually a 22-second script that we have in place and use for YouTube ads. And the whole point is that you hit a sweet spot of 22 seconds to entice the customer to come to your, or to click on your video in order to capture them before a true view kicks in. If you want to find out more about that, make sure you get in touch with us. So hashtag ATYC, or check out the website youngcow.co.uk and get in touch, have a chat, and we can let you know more about that. Is there anything else you want to add about videos? Because video is Jack's in-house specialism, I would say. Yeah, it's probably one of his little hobbies, but he does know a few tricks with editing videos. So is there anything else we need to add?
No, I think you made a good point, obviously, about once you're in the video and you've skipped the ad, you also have display ads coming up.
Yeah.
I actually forgot about that. So I think display advertising is visual, and that's the way to go.
Yeah, definitely. Remember, as humans, we have visual. So people see with their eyes, auditory, they hear, and kinesthetic, how the images and sounds make them feel. So if you are using AdWords, don't just rely on text advertising. Look at video, look at display banner ads. There's so much more that you can do with your business. And the beauty is when you get it right, you don't have to pay that much per click. So therefore, it will expand your budget in terms of how much traffic you get. And then you can work on reducing your customer acquisition cost for each ad. Okay, so I think that roundabout wraps up what we've got to do today. I'm just going to jump back into face to camera. Now, we've covered text, we've covered display advertising, shopping ads, remarketing, and video ads. I think you need to wrap up at this point. Yeah?
Wrap up, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so let's go back in. Conclusion.
Yeah, so you've now seen the many ways that you can advertise using Google AdWords, and there may be some ways you've never heard of before, or ways you didn't know much about. So what we'll do is we'll reference any of the help pages created by Google that go into it in a lot more depth, which would probably turn this hangout into an hour. And what we'll also do is link all the videos that we've done on each individual section. I think we have done one that covers the areas we've done today.
Yeah.
So that'll go into more detail on those specific sections. Also, we've got a free Google AdWords swipe file. So if there's any terms or any pieces of Google AdWords that you don't understand, the answers will be on that swipe file.
Yeah, just make sure you get the swipe file. It's a free PDF. All you have to do is give us your name and email address, and it will go to your inbox. So make sure you put in a valid email address, and you get that for free, guys. So take up the chance to get your swipe file. Right, then let's wrap up, guys. And we're moving into our last slide. Remember, every Wednesday, 1 p.m. UK time, hashtag ATYC, Ask the Young Cow. We're in the house. We're here, ready and waiting for your questions. The YouTube channel is building, and it's building because we are pumping out the value. If there are any questions you have about digital marketing, websites, e-commerce, anything, SEO, content marketing, PPC, Facebook marketing, we are here to help. More than happy to answer any questions that you have, and we will come back to you with an answer. And if we do get your questions in, we will give you a shout out just to make sure your name is mentioned. So please do send us your questions either by leaving a comment on the YouTube video. So below the video in the comments box, leave your comment. If you're on Twitter, make sure you use the hashtag ATYC. Is there anything else, Jack?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, cool. If you want to find out more about us, go to youngcow.co.uk/ATYC, and we'll see you on the next episode. Take care, guys, and we're out of here. Bye.